As you can see behind me, we have the N7 day picture, not from today's. I had the mic muted because I was blowing my nose because I've been sick. But we're going to go over what was shown today, the blog post, and the previous N7 days, plus the original trailer to get us ready for the next Mass Effect game, Mass Effect 5. So, we have a lot to get into today before we go diving back into Mass Effect 1 for the second part of the challenge run that I've been doing. I had to take a bit of a break because I was starting to get all stuffed up again. So, without further ado, let's get to the blog post. N7 Day 2025. Yay! Happy N7 Day, everyone, and a special happy birthday to Widow Nebula. Also happens to be on N7 Day. You read it right here. You guessed it. I come to you with another blog, but each year that I write these, they are important moments of reflection for me. I get to pause. Now, if you notice here, pause, and I know it's very small. The U is italicized. I get to pause and think about how truly lucky we are to have Mass Effect and how thankful we are for the community and support we get. We've been through a lot together, and we appreciate you. Like you, we've heard the rumors lately. You've made it clear you care deeply about what's next. So let's start by setting the record straight. The next Mass Effect game is in development, and EA and BioWare remain committed to telling more stories in this universe. The truth is, the last few years have been an incredibly busy time at BioWare, but currently, the team is heads down and focused exclusively on Mass Effect. We have a lot of universe to cover, lots of features to build, and lots of romances to figure out. We're excited by what we're building, and we promise you, when we're ready, it'll be a lot of fun to show. Until then, thank you for your patience, because y'all are thirsty for news, and I see you looking for secret meaning in my tweets. Okay, sometimes they have secret meanings. Beyond the next game, there's more to get excited about. I haven't talked much about it much, but you might have heard a little something about a TV series. We've been partnering closely with Amazon on it, and we're really excited with what the talented team over there is coming up with. The writer's room is going strong, and we've got a lot figured out about how it fits within the Mass Effect canon, and where it sits in respect to the new game. The show will explore a brand new story within the universe's timeline, and will be set after the original trilogy. It won't be a retread of Commander Shepard's story, because after all, that's your story, isn't it? Keep an eye on our social channels for more celebrations today, including some awesome new Mass Effect gear. Free crossover items appearing in Skate and Apex Legends, and more. Happy N7 Day, Michael Gamble, Executive Producer, Mass Effect. P.S. Disclaimer. There is no secret game information to be gleaned by anything I'm saying today, I promise. Sure. So the italicized letters are URL KROGEN. All of... Where is Mass Effect? I think that this might have changed. No, all of Mass Effect before game, and N7 down here is italicized. I don't think that they do Mass Effect and Mass Effect at the same time. By the way, if you play No Man's Sky, the Normandy is back in the in its original, what do you call it? What are those things called? Expedition. So the expedition is live right now, if you don't already have the Normandy in the game. So go do that. Anyway, so that was our blog post. Let us, and I don't know where this image is, but my background is an N7 day image. But we have some others, like this one very specifically is kind of cool. This supposedly is the Citadel. I mean, it looks just like it, but it looks barren as this craft is zipping along a pretty much barren Citadel. Now, each of these ward arms is literally a city. So they have skyscrapers and all that on there, but they don't seem to be present here. Now, we do know that the Citadel was destroyed in the endings. So maybe this is before they build it. So it's kind of like looking like the Nexus right now. But there also isn't a planet next to the Citadel. So that means that this is probably still hanging around Earth. And that was 2023. We also have I forgot to put up my standby stuff. That would have been helpful while you guys were waiting for me. And we have the N7 here with the trench coat. That wasn't last year, but that was, I want to say, also 2023. Because last year, we got stuff for Dragon Age the Veilguard. And that was it. Because they wanted to give Dragon Age the spotlight for once, which didn't help it at all. But this was the next one where we saw the coat and this guy. Now we're going to go over these trailers here. I just wanted to pinpoint some images that I have here. Another N7 Day 2022 has this image. Looking quite strange here. Now some people claim that this would be like Mars. I'm like, dude, we went to Mars in Mass Effect 3 and it was not built up like this. So who knows what planet this is? Or even what the image that I have in my background is, because I feel like they're the same place. People are having issues with breathing. From the original trailer during the Game Awards that they had, we see that we're brushing off a piece of an N7 helmet. That was that one. Then we see that we have Liara here. And people are always commenting on the crow's feet and some wrinkles there. But, and I'm going to talk about this here in just a second, but I believe that this is actually 3 years after the events of Mass Effect 3. Alright. Then we got this image, which was also a poster / lithograph. And we can zoom in pretty far here. Got what looks like a Geth here, buried. 2 more figures right here, harder to see. We got the new ship. Right, we got the new ship. We got these 4 people here. One of them looks like a Krogan. One of them looks like Liara. Don't know anything about these 2. But the image itself looks like the head of a Geth, including these lines coming from the center impact here that look like lens flare, and this little impact over here that looks like, the little other part of the flashlight head. So got all kinds of stuff going on in this image. It's very interesting. Now, let us... I'm actually going to close this. I'm going to close this now. So we're going to stop listening to this song because you need to hear some stuff. This was the original trailer. Now, in order to actually get this to be seen here and not have problems with YouTube, I ended up recording it with another, with the Prism Live that I used to go live on. Because otherwise it's just going to be choppy, and because OBS and doing anything, even recording this, is awful. So, in order to show it off, I had to record it, and then this is the recording from the Mass Effect, the Mass Effect channel. So, shout out to them. So let's see it, shall we? And not trim out that part. So let's try that again. But yeah, when I saw this for the first time, I was like, what's going on here? I mean, I'm into space, sure. And then we saw some things, and I could like barely hear it or make out what was happening. But that's when I was like, wait, I felt like I heard Arcturus Station. And then, I think they said Arc 6 is away, Godspeed. But then we get here, and this is when I was like, and then you hear the Reaper horn.
Is anyone receiving this? We've lost contact.
So at this point, I knew that this was something to do with Mass Effect. And I was getting very excited. And then we come to some actual visuals, not of the game itself, but Reaper's in the background. She's like scaling a Reaper. And then confirmed Mass Effect and Liara. And the new ship in the background with the companions that we've seen in other images. We don't know much about them. And this made me tear up, you know. I was very happy to have seen that. Let's see, this one is... kind of want to do this one. So first we have the relay one with no voice. Oh, god damn it. I don't like viewing it through that other thing, and I can't switch it over to this one to be what I want it to be. This one comes courtesy of Gamatsu. So this is one of the teasers that they gave us. Now there's a hidden message in this trailer clip. But okay, I wanted to showcase something here. Pause. Okay, I can't really show you. But at the bottom, I wish I could, it says 11/7/90. So I believe that it's 2190 is the year. At least the year of this relay, which looks to be human-made. Some people say Cerberus. Who knows? We're going to get into the human stuff here in a bit. But here is the actual translation of the teaser.
I can see it. How did we miss this? Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate human defiance.
Human defiance.
That's the most endearing trait.
And then we don't really know what is said beyond that. Obviously, it's very muffled.
I can see it. How did we miss this? Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate human defiance. That was the most endearing bit.
No idea what she said. No idea. But that's funny that they let us hear the human defiance part. Because I have a feeling, especially when I show you the final image after this trailer, but I think everything comes together and we actually might understand a little bit about the plot coming up for Mass Effect 5. So, let's see this trailer. This is the N7 trailer, the new... No. Open with movies and TV, thank you. Very quick. And that's all we got. But people have torn this one apart to be like, what are we looking at here? What planet is this? Who is this character? Kind of got a little head tilt. What's in the background over here? There is also a character over here. Is that the Krogan they were talking about? No. Canisters. What are they? What did they say? They said that right behind the heels here that's a Krogan. Or that's the Krogan. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We can watch it again. And that's the ship back there outside. But why would the N7 be heading towards the ship with the gun out? That's a question that I need answers for. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. The image. Which is my thumbnail, obviously, but Mass Effect Civil War is what it says. What's this say, though? Nope, it just says Mass Effect. It says BioWare. Civil War. What we see here are a bunch of Krogan shooting guns. This must be the Battle Master. He looks really happy. Now, it's kind of hard to tell. He's got some stuff going on here. Now, this being in the future, let's say it's in 2190. What if this is Grunt? Because I don't really see... Some people have said that this crest on his head is red. I'm not really seeing that. And he's got a red eye. And the people would say that that's a bad thing. Maybe they're possessed by something or whatever. I'm like, well, you know, Rex has red eyes. Thank you, Zero, and welcome. How you doing? Welcome to this. We'll be getting into the gameplay here in just a minute. But all these guys also have red eyes. Red eyes. Red eyes. Red eyes. Looks like they're going to war. Hence the Civil War part. Civil War. Yeah, in the stream I said that I was going to be coming back because I've been sick and I couldn't just keep going with that. But it has been a good day. A good N7 day. We got something tangible. I feel like we know what the next game is going to be about. We know that it's going to be about Civil War. Now that brings me back to the humans, possibly Cerberus, and considering where the Citadel is after Mass Effect 3's end, that maybe we as humans make a push for the Citadel to try to rule over the galaxy, and everyone else is upset, and it might have been Cerberus who decided to do that, but everyone's upset with us, so we're in a galactic civil war. So all species are aiming for humanity, and maybe our goal in the game is to stop that from happening, or try to. Now it'd be really cool to see if we can get the Rowloy in here after so much time and like briefly hearing about them in the original trilogy, to get them to actually show up and see what's going on with the Rowloy. That'd be really cool species to learn about. Again, it's all speculation at this point, but this is tangible stuff. Now, I don't know what's going on with these guys' guns. Maybe they're ESO-powered battle rifles and heavy pistols, shotguns. These Krogan are suited up to the teeth. I think one of them's got a Krogan Warhammer. We got a Varen right here. And a Tuchankan tank. Now, we don't know where this is taking place. I'm not sure. But if, and this is something I want to say, it's like, I don't think that it would be that cool to say, hey, maybe the Krogan are doing another uprising, another rebellion after we cured them. But again, like, if that's canon, it's gonna make people mad. That doesn't really matter. Ultimately, what we want out of a Mass Effect game are high stakes. What's a galaxy at war with itself? That would be high stakes. Maybe not nearly as high stakes as something else that we've already experienced, but it would be pretty chaotic. So I don't really know how this is going to play out. It's going to be interesting, I think. I think that they are nailing the vibe, and that we're going to get something special from BioWare and the Mass Effect team. And I think that they still have the talent over there at BioWare to do something, as I've said on my Mass Effect channel. And after completing Veilguard and seeing the ending, the ending sequence, which the Mass Effect team was in charge of, I think we're going to have something special. So I think we will be eating good, and they're probably going to call it Mass Effect Civil War, but who knows? Probably a better name than that, but, I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's get back to the game, shall we? Let's get back to the playthrough.